Yo, how's it going, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, humans of the internet. How's it going, living creatures? Today, I'm gonna be improving this Tetris clone that I made a little while ago. Also, before this video starts, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legend. Nah, I'm just trolling. The real sponsor is actually the subscribe button. He told me last week while I was procrastinating this video that he wants you to tap him with your middle toe. I don't know, he must be into that or something. But anyways, thanks to our sponsor for sponsoring, and now, back to the video. So in the last Tetris video, I gave myself the restriction of only having one day to make the entire project. This obviously had the minor side effect of the entire game looking like complete trash. So I've taken it upon myself to improve it, and for an added challenge, the entirety of the improvements has to be done in one day. Finally, I'll be releasing the finished project at the end of the video, so stick around for that. But without any further ado, let's get it! Alright, so what should some of our goals for this project be? Well, the project is called Onyx's NES Tetris, so I think we should try to make the game nearly identical to NES Tetris. Alright, so that's a cool goal and all, but how can we do that? Well, there are a few things that NES Tetris has that we don't. First of all, it has better graphics. Wait, how the There's also several things wrong with the controls that I'll get into later, and finally, there are a few sounds missing from my game. There are a few more minor improvements that I'll mention when we get to them, but with our main improvements set, let's add them to the game. Starting off with our first improvement, the graphics. Let's start with the blocks that make up the pieces first. These pieces have a cycle between 10 color palettes that repeats forever. Is supposed to repeat forever. I didn't add the glitch colors because that's more work on my end, and it's not like anyone will get to the level that they occur at anyway, so it's fine. Also, the Tetris pieces have 3 different types. One made of these light blocks, one's made of these dark blocks, and the last one made of these white blocks. While I could technically write code to just use 3 costumes and cycle their color effect, I'm too lazy to get that to work. So here's 30 tile costumes. Finally, to make the tiles switch to the right group, I gave each of the tile types a number from 0 to 2 as an offset to their costume number, and to determine said costume number I used this code. This 3 multiplier makes the base costume switch up to the next color for every level, and this modulo 10 on the level block simply makes it wrap around every 10 levels. Finally, I add the offset like I said earlier, and boom, we're done with the first part of the graphics. How does this look? Okay, still terrible. Time for another improvement. This next improvement would be the background, because I'm not racist or anything, but this plain black background just looks horrendous. So let's download the background from the NES Tetris and put it in our game. Oh, no, too big. Still too big. Okay, you get the point. There's no background that fits the scratch stage. So what did I do? Well, I made the entire background from scratch. I did this by making every possible background segment into separate sprite, and then copy and pasting them over to fill the background. This took the longest of all of the graphical improvements so far, which, speaking of, we're not even finished yet. Now it's time to add in all of these little side boxes. This did require a little reshuffling of the background, but nothing major. I also used the outline I copied for all the boxes as well. Then I made a little text writing thing for the score and levels and lines displays. Also, I added a top score thingy so you can see the top score of your session. Finally, we're done with the graphics. It only took, 4 hours? Cool. Okay, next up, the controls and other game mechanic stuff. Something that was requested in the last video was the next piece, so I added it. Then I fixed the several issues with the controls of the piece. First of all, the piece does not spawn off screen in the original game. I always thought it did. Well, must be stupid. In the old version of my Tetris clone, holding the arrow keys sucked. Like, really bad. So I made it so that moving was like the NES version. I just made the wait times a bit shorter when holding. Finally, I made dropping pieces actually like a drop and not just a gentle put down. Also, I recently learned that you can't move a piece left or right while you're dropping it, so, bye-bye. Finally, for the cherries on top, I added those missing sounds, specifically the sounds for moving a piece, dropping a piece, and getting a Tetris. And I also fixed the fast music only playing on levels over 15 by checking for tiles above this point. And the final addition, a death screen, to show you that you suck. The link to the upgraded version of my Tetris clone is in the description, but yeah, thanks for watching all the way through. Sorry that this video took so long to make. Also, this is my first video of 2025. That's pretty cool. Anyways, go hit the subscribe button with your pinky toe or whatever the heck he said earlier. And yeah, that's all I've got. See you guys later.